Greetings. I hope you love seeing me for the third time today because I'm on fire. And the reason that set me on fire is yesterday I had to say goodbye to someone that I truly loved and truly love, and probably I will always love. Um, we didn't say to each other anything. There's no promises that I can hold on to. He just came into my life, right? And gave me these beautiful experiences, triggering moments, and then he has to go, right? It's time to say goodbye. And that triggered me in my core. I mean, I am facing my fears today because of that. And I was like in the lows that I possibly could go to, and all of my past experiences where I was abandoned either, or at least I thought I was abandoned by my creator, by my lovers, or like friends or family members, came to the surface, and I hit the rock bottom. Honestly speaking, I was looking for a way out, and then like I learned that the only way out is to just actually sit with it and to feel it, which I did eventually. I resisted it for hours, but then I've done enough work. Healing is not linear. Sometimes we get discouraged when we were healing for a long time, and then one of our demons show up and take us to the rock bottom, and now we think that like if I was healing I wouldn't have had this issue coming to me once again, right? But that's a misunderstanding. I tell you, healing is not linear. Sometimes we go back to the roots, like, and suffer in the most unexpected ways when we are supposed to come into our power. Look at me, look how much empowered I am. Yesterday I was completely heartbroken because of the uncertainty that I felt with him, like, um who are we, like, what's our connection, what is it going to be like? And I just there was a brief self-hatred moment and not enoughness. That was the biggest, one of the biggest wound that I had, I would say, is not enoughness. So today I'm doing exposure work. There's in psychotherapy, there's this concept that's called exposure, like doing exposure. Like, let's say you hate dogs, so it's basically the exposure is, of course, it has to be done with an appropriate manner, okay? Like when you have to set the time limit, okay? Are you going to be in the same room with the dog for 10 hours or for 10 minutes, depending on how that fear conquered you and how long it's been going in your life, right? So anyways, like, I'm doing the most difficult exposure of my life, where I'm actually like, I would say cornered, but I never thought I would enjoy this because this is something that I kept on avoiding, okay? Like, kept on avoiding by somehow attaching to people, attaching to situations that looks promising and superficially existent. But today I just said to myself, when I woke up, I'm gonna make it a very beautiful day, and I'm doing some exposure work, okay? Like, the universe initiated it for me. I'm constantly supported by the angels. I don't know how to tell you. So I was working this exposure, like, I'm actually guided to go to some of my the people that I know also, I don't know if it's whether to inspire them or to inspire me, but I get a sense that I'm serving them in some way, as a mirror, of course, as I'm confronting this shadow of me, this fear. I would go to people who have the same situations so that that we can have that download of energy, you know what I mean? So what is my ultimate fear? I started journaling, and my fears can be summarized, all of the pattern within my fear can be summarized with one term, and it's other people. My fear can be summarized in one term, and it's other people. And I was like, okay, that makes sense, right? There's a quote even by some famous quote, Haley's other people, okay? So, like, are you afraid of being broke, or are you afraid of being judged for being broke? Are you afraid of being broken hearted, or are you afraid of feeling that another person had done that? Are you afraid of the powerlessness that comes with heartbreak, or is it the heartbreak that you're really afraid of? What's your fear? If you really think about it, the deepest, the root of all of your fears is other people, being judged by other people, being abused by other people, being taken advantage of by other people, being projected onto by other people, being tormented by other people, right? It's always other people. So really, like, that had me to think about this too. because days is an integral part of existence, and I will die whether I want it or not. It's a part of me. So if I am to die, is it really worth it to care about what other people think about me, or what other people even might do to me? Is it really worth it? Because I can, fear is not real. It's something about fear. Fear is not real. Even if it's real, even if something that I'm afraid of is really based on concrete reasons, it's not to the extent to which it's anticipated. It's not. Usually we go too far into our fears and see ourselves in the most dangerous situations, and we think like there's no way out. And this exposure, what it's doing to me is, I don't have all the answers, but I'm really comfortable in the unknown right now, because uh, it just it brought me to seeing what the deal is, to seeing what's really going on at the moment. And um, it doesn't make sense sometimes when people are in contradictory force, when they have contradictory force as a wife and husband, as a brother and sister. And like, there's a prophecy in the Bible that was written about this time, that people are going to go against their family members. Their wife and husband will be enemies, and it's always settled, right? Usually, like, if I am sent to some, let's say, couple, like a husband and wife that have contradictory energies, maybe one of the spouse have too much light, and one of the spouse have too much darkness. So it has to be balanced out, right? So I'm there to serve, of course, the one who is the light, because I want to empower them, right? So I would see it right in front of my eyes that the other person who's consumed in the shadow doesn't want the spouse with the light to come into their powers, to know really the truth, and to just to awaken to their full potential. And Nagamit case to question in this time, your mind has to protect you, and you are protected by your mind and your consciousness. Once you face your ultimate fears, once you know how capable you are, you're protected. Not otherwise. Nothing. Your cars, your house, your status, your educational status, your advancements will not protect you. It's only your consciousness that can protect you from such kind of manipulation. If you are standing against me, if you don't want me to evolve and to grow, if you don't support my mission, my dreams, are you even my partner? Are you even my friend? I don't even want to be close to you, okay? Because that's just simply not fair. So I see that I'm always somewhere because I have to serve someone who needs saving at the moment.